Guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. It's Simon down here at Burford Golf Lab. Another longest ball competition. At the moment on the board, which I'll show you in a second, you can't really see that. Cobra F9, 183 ball speed, 346 is the longest drive that I could produce with it. Today, as recommended from a few of you guys down in the comments below, Ping LST driver. G400. G400 did incredibly well last year. I love fitting for this driver. It was definitely my favourite to fit for last year because it wasn't uber expensive, and to be perfectly honest, for the generic or majority of the swings out there, it just fits so well. So I've got a 6.0 shaft in it. Lofted it down to 9 degrees, so the Cobra F9 can go down to 7.5 in terms of its fitting gear, and I haven't got a lower head on this G400, so that could hurt in terms of the spin rate and whatnot, but we'll give it a hit, see how far it goes. It'll be interesting not only see what ball speed, so obviously hopefully after I can keep comparing these drivers, we're going to have the highest ball speed, what could be choose the highest ball speed on the day, and what can hit the longest drive. So LST is designed for that low spin rate, so I'll be interested to see if this does spin it low, and see what kind of numbers I can hit with it. So let's talk in, let's get into the video. As always guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe, leave this video a like if you liked it. Let's do this. The Ping G400 LST. Now on eBay, second hand, you could probably get one of these for about 170, 220 quid, something like that, depending on the condition. And as I said at the start of the video, it's a really good driver. G400 did incredibly well last year. It's forgiving. It's not notoriously low spinning, but obviously this is the low spinning head, so I'm curious to see how well it does. Now, as you can see, drive's already decent. Obviously 300 yards plus is always going to be good, but if you're new to the channel, I'm very much, the ball doesn't know what it's getting hit by. So whether it's new technology or old technology, launch, spin rate, ball speed, they're the three things that make a ball go a long way. So you might have the most up-to-date technology in your club, but if you haven't been fitted correctly, or you might not know what shaft and loft you should have, you're going to lose distance, which you'll see with a few of these drives. The more the backspin creeps up to that 3,000 mark, you're losing distance off the tee. The lower it goes, the less forgiving you're going to get it, but you're going to get a long ball. And there is one massive long ball in this series after this collection of hits. And it just goes to show the spin rate and launch is key for ball distance, not necessarily always ball speed. Anyway, Ping G400, it feels good. It is a forgiving club. It's one of those clubs that is quite easy to hit all over the face, and you're still going to get that kind of forgiveness. One of my biggest bugbears with drivers nowadays is they're designed for tour pros. So they're low spinning, and not many people can actually get them up in the air. That drive there, you can see the spin rate up to 3,700, and that's a good indication of how you can lose quite a bit of distance off the tee, but that was more of a poor strike for me. This drive, however, was horrendous. That is probably what I'm trying to fight, especially when I go and play in the YouTube Open. That is the drive I need to stay away from, and I'm going to be teeing the ball quite low, especially on the holes where you definitely can't go left, and some smaller swings. These are definitely my full swings going after it, and I do my long drive swing in a minute as well, to really give it the beans. However, this one, high toe out of the club face. Absolute monster. You could see instantly the ball flight, the trajectory is coming down, hardly any spin, but had enough launch to get up in the air and stay up in the air. And that's like competitive for my long driver, which is 4 degrees 38 inches, 48 inches I should say. Anyway, let's talk about it. That just goes to show how important spin rate is when you're trying to hit long ball. I didn't even hit that well. That's come out high toe. So the ball speed's so low, but that spin rate and launch was perfect. That's just a ridiculously long drive, 363, and I didn't even catch it that well. So you can imagine if I catch one at 180, how far this ball's going to go. Few swings in, I'm going to start ramping it up now, but that's going to be tough to beat. I don't care what tech you throw out there, that number is just like a long ball. So you might be saying, Simon, that was a bit of a lucky one, and I agree with you as well. That was a bit of a lucky one, and the likelihood of me being able to recreate those that situation again is unlikely. However, overall, even with my longer, faster swings, so I was getting the ball speed up to like 182, for example, I was still getting this over 350, and especially with the Cobra, it just couldn't do it with that one. Whatever shaft combination, ironically, I could have X stiff shaft as well in the Cobra. This is only standard stiff flex. And you see that one there, again, low spin, 350 plus. So this head for me, or let's say faster swing speed, was producing better results. I mean, again, you're still getting that kind of forgiveness, but it's producing longer golf balls purely because that spin rate is kept down. It's a smaller head, most of the weight's towards the front of the face, and that's kind of key. The bigger the heads, the more the center of gravity, so the more weight you have at the back of the head, the more spinning that head's going to be predominantly, I'd say. Give or take, obviously shaft and swing speed and angle of attack and all that kind of stuff does come into factors as well. But as I said, to be honest, if you're looking for a new driver, say you haven't had a driver in the bag or upgraded driver in the last 6-7 years, and you're looking to upgrade, G400 is a good side to go with. You can go and get fitted for it, which isn't going to be an issue. Go and pay, get a fitting, see what shafts, and if you're not too worried about a second-hand driver, for example, then you can actually go and scout for one. Obviously, you've got the G400 Max, which is for that higher launching, so if your swing speed's a bit lower, that'll be up for you. Or if you're faster clubhead speed, then obviously the LST is definitely up there. But overall, really good driver, and it's going to be tough to beat this one. I'll be interested to see what can keep up with this one. So guys, there are the scores at the moment. Cobra F9, slightly higher ball speed, but I was getting too much spin, even though it's more less lofted, I should say, with the extra stiff shaft. Ping G400, yes, I probably got lucky with that 363, but I also posted a 350 as well. So generically, lower spinning head with the Ping G400 than the Cobra F9, but they could potentially be for two completely different players. There you have it. Thank you ever so much for watching. Leave a comment below what you want to see next, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.